Hello and welcome back to another video. It's been a while for those who have subscribed to me and watched my videos. Basically the day job's been really busy, and also I just had my 40th birthday, so kind of a long weekend of doing stuff and seeing friends and family, but I'm certainly not going anywhere. I've got lots of stuff I want to make videos about. I've got lots of things coming. It's just been really busy at the minute. Because it's been a while, I wanted to show you something different I've been working on. This is something that I've made. It's a converted aircraft gauge which I've turned into a clock. So basically what we have here is a Westland Bell Sue AH1 compass repeater type RL5A gauge, which you can see here, made by a company called Sperry, and I should have written it down, but you know, it's quite an old aircraft. What is it, like 70s or 80s? It'll be in the description, but it's an old aircraft, originally made in America, but then kind of then taken up by other countries, including the British Army, who use it as kind of a light reconnaissance aircraft. So what I did with this is the very first time I've done one of these, and it took a lot of hours and days to get it right, but it's something that I think I'll do in future with some more gauges. So what I did was I got this gauge here, opened up this rear section here, basically undid a load of the nuts, slid that section out, and that allowed me to gut the internals. At the same time, I also removed the gauge face, which allowed me access to the needle and bits and bobs there. Once I'd gained access, I then, having taken this off, I then stripped and gutted all the inside parts out, so all the mechanism that would turn this. So if I didn't explain properly, or if those aren't familiar, a compass repeater would just have a single needle. Well, it has a single needle, and it will just point whichever direction you go in. So like north would be that way, or it would point to the 6 to mean like 60 degrees. So a single needle that moves around the center. So what I did was I gutted everything out of there. I then got a quartz mechanism, so something similar to this, and basically I had to cut it all down, so chop off all the bits and bobs because it was too busy. I had to remove the integral part of the battery to move that to make more room, open it all up, and just had to keep finessing with this clock mechanism until I could get it to fit. And that took forever to get it, because you have different lengths of spindle, and I had to get the clearances right, the size inside. It just took forever to get the clearances right and get it centered. Whilst I was doing all of that, I also had to open up the hole in the middle so there was enough room for the spindle to come through, which the needles would then turn round on. So that was all done. I managed to get everything fitted eventually. Then what I wanted to do was retain some of the original features of the gauge, and if I haven't already in editing put in an original photo of this with the needle. What you can see is these needles are the original single needle. And what I did was I cut the bit that would protrude off this side, and I turned that into the hour hand, and then this bit here I've retained as the minute hand. So what you can see right now as I'm filming is it's just coming up to 5 to 1, so it's kind of 6 minutes to 1 is the time, and that works quite nicely with this kind of gauge. You've got north, south, east and west, so everyone knows that's going to be 12, 3, 6 and 9, and your 5, 10, exactly. So all the increments are still work as a clock. You can still read it without having to kind of work it out. So then I basically refitted the top. I had to have enough clearances to get, because I had to get the needle, I had to get it protruding enough and fit the hands and have clearance against the glass. So basically I moved a different amounts of O-rings inside, and then I've kind of finished it with this black foam around the outside to fill in the gap. You can still move this indicator part around, but it's not, you know, so in theory you could say, oh, I want to remember something at 1 o'clock, but it's not really designed to do that because you're kind of moving it against the glass. There isn't the original kind of bits and bobs underneath it. So you can still move that around. Obviously the heading rotating thing no longer works, it's not attached to anything. So that was all done. What I then did was worked on a variety, and I might put a picture in. I did some concepts with the wood, basically getting this kind of piece to put on the drill to cut a hole to size, bored the hole in. So I did that, and then I worked out that I wanted it to just sit on itself, so it would like sit like this and just rest. So I did another one, and you can see I've then kind of put an angle just here, so when it's sat on a table it kind of sits like that. It has this bit flat, and then the bottom just sits there, so you can't really see it. But if I did that, you can see it kind of just sits there on itself, and it displays nicely that way. It displays at an angle. I then, after I'd cut all that, sanded down and smoothed all the edges to just give it a bit more of a professional finish. I then also stained the wood, waxed the wood, and then went online and got a nice, this is black with kind of silver engraving, Westland Bell, Sue H1 there, and mounted that underneath to kind of finish the look. So yeah, in summary, that was an aircraft compass gauge to clock conversion, stripped out, customised quartz clock mechanism put inside, loads of fettling with the clearances, repurposing the needle, making this lovely wooden housing so it could just sit on a desk, and it all keeps its time, and it's been running well for a while. But a lot of time, effort and work, but I think I'll probably do the similar, or if not, what I might do is get hold of some gauges but just motorize them, so rather than turning it into a clock, I could maybe just put in a motor or something where the needles just turn round, so it's just more of an interest piece, and obviously mounting it up and doing something like this makes it look nice too. Yeah, so that's that. I've got loads of bits and bobs to come. I'm just a little bit behind, so if I don't get a chance to do any videos, go and check out my Instagram, because it's a lot quicker for me to just do short content, just put some pictures up on there. Also, I'm having to bias my videos to the stuff I'm selling, because I don't have that many subscribers. I don't get any income from this, so most of my income is the sales that I do of selling the items on eBay and the stuff that I feature. There's loads of stuff I wish I had time to do. For instance, like I'm wearing my Casio MP3 player watch today, which I absolutely love. Has this bit that you put on, you can listen to MP3 tracks, the first one. So I'd love to feature some of the things in my collection that I've got. I just haven't had the time yet, but I will as I want to get the chance. But if you liked this video, please like, subscribe on here, or maybe check out my Instagram or my stuff on eBay. And until the next one, all the best, take care, and see you.